Hello, I'm Paul Fogarty. I write, blog, present as the Aperitif Guy, and you can find the details of my blog in the text below. Um, I'm here to show you how to make a delicious cocktail called a Lovers Martini. So it's a nice romantic drink, absolutely suitable for second or third date, Valentine's night, the night you're going to propose, whatever it should be. But it's a martini. So, essence of a martini is it's strong, and I'm making no apologies for this. It's almost pure spirit. So it's not for having a lot of. Do be aware of that. Anyway, I've got some martini glasses here. These are perfectly clear crystal glasses, but they have been in the freezer for a good hour or so. And again, that's a good technique when you're making a martini is to chill your glasses in the freezer. I'm just going to put those to one side, and I'm going to start by mixing the martini in here. It's a mixing cup. You can use any straight-sided jug, anything you've got to hand. We start by putting some ice in there. And the first ingredient I'm going to add, you may not have heard of before. This is Everleaf Mountain. It's an aperitif cordial. Everleaf make three cordials. Um, One called Mountain, one called Forest, one called Marine. Three different flavours, but they are non-alcoholic aperitif drinks. They're delicious, just served simply with tonic water. Um, and what I love about them is that when you're not drinking alcohol, sometimes you get a bit infantilized. You're offered cola or lemonade or orange juice. And these taste a bit more adult. Um, so I'm going to say thank you to Everleaf for supplying me with this bottle. Um, I really highly rate their products. This is not simply an advert. This is a recommendation from me because I love their products. My stepdaughter, when I handed her a bottle of the Everleaf Forest, described it as life changing. Now, I'm not making any claims about your lifestyle, but it's real kind of discovery for me. This is, and I love it. So I'm wanting to use it in this cocktail. So let's move on from there. I'm going to put in to my mixing cup 25 milliliters of the Everleaf cocktail, Everleaf um, cordial. The Mountain cordial, A is pink, which is a lovely romantic colour, but it also is flavoured with all kinds of interesting exotic things. There's hibiscus in there, there's cherry blossom, and there's juniper, and that's the key to this. There is juniper, which is the main ingredient of gin. So the next thing I'm going to put in, and I did say this is a strong drink, is 100 millilitres of gin. So I've got 25 of Everleaf Mountain and 100 millilitres of gin. Now I've gone for a really straightforward gin with plenty juniper flavour in there and no messing around with other fancy botanicals. It's not. It's a good cocktail gin. This one. I've just put a little too much in there. I've realised I got talking, so I'm going to top up with a drop more of that. So please stick to the quantities I said. 25 millilitres of Everleaf Mountain, 100 millilitres of gin. And that will make you two cocktails. And I think, this is a cocktail that's about romance. We need to make two of them. It's for two people to share. I'm just going to stir this, and I'm going to give it a good stir for quite a while, because I want some of that ice to melt slightly. want a little bit of dilution of all of that spirit, but not too much, which is why I'm stirring it rather than shaking it. And I can feel from my hand that there's some melting going on because this is getting colder and colder and I won't be able to stand it much longer. So I'm now going to set that aside for a couple of seconds while I use the third ingredient, which is Martini Fiero. It's a rosé vermouth flavoured with spices and herbs, but what the Martini Fiero has is some orange in there as well. And I think the trace of orange in that is just lovely with these other ingredients we've got. So that looks like quite a lot. All I'm actually going to do, hold one glass over the other and just turn it round. So the cold glass has now caused the vermouth to cling to it a little bit. So I've got a trace of vermouth in the bottom of each glass there now. The outside of the glass is coated. All I'm going to do is strain my lovely pale pink liquor into there. And then garnish with a strawberry heart. So those are two or a pair of Lovers Martinis. Strong, exotic, floral, but very delicious. I shall toast your good health. Mmm.